Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new episode of Etrian Odyssey. So we have a little bit of a confession. We had a slight recording issue. So we kind of missed a whole episode with the other team. But they made it to like level 6. We got some good upgrades for them and things like that. So we also basically figured out that we could have taken quests, so we kind of went in and did a few different quests. But as you can see, if we go into book, we can keep track of all our different missions. This is the first mission where we had to map the ground floor before we could go to the second floor. And basically we went back and found a spring on the ground floor, and we also collected 7 soft hides and hand them in. But right now we have to get 5 hard shells and 5 hard wood and sell them to Shalika, and then put 10 different monsters into the monster journal for those other 2 quests. But we're literally going to hand over to the other team. As you can see, we have no money once again, but hopefully now that we have Faye in the party, we can collect some hardwood, collect, some quest items, things like that. But what is super important to mention, because I didn't mention it, is because the reason we've no money is that Liam and me, the medic, ended up getting a staff upgrade, as did Gavin, the other healer. We both bought each other staff upgrades and things like that. So that's basically why we're broke, because we actually get a good bit of money from completing the missions and getting the soft hides and things like that. And then I also learned, oh my god, we can minimize the minimap, so that just leaves it super full image, picturesque, things like that. And at the moment we are just planning, I am just bull rushing the second floor right now. Raise is to level 4, but we've everybody at level 5, and the sooner I can get to the second floor with the max resources, the happier I'll be. But I did also forget that I was meant to do this before I went further on. But anyway, we're going to gather up some resources and hopefully getting some hardwood, which we do get. So that is pretty good, and if we get another level, we're going to give Faye more shopping abilities. But at the moment, we're trying to basically get the gang to fight a foe. We're going to just give that a go. We're going to see if we can actually encounter one and survive, because realistically, if we can get there with as much TP as possible, with as much chance to use our abilities as possible, particularly for Roberto and our alchemists, if they can come in with high level of TP and just do as much damage as possible to the foe, then happy days, So again, the hope is that patch up can kind of keep us ticking over nicely and recovering hit points if we're able to kind of finish enemies quickly and whatnot. And again, when you think about it, the hard shell, now when you kill enemies in certain ways, they do have a chance of dropping items, guaranteed. And what I've learned through somewhat testing, either that or I'm just unbelievably lucky, but if you kill the claw bugs with only physical attacks, you don't hit them with magic, you will get a hard shell 100% of the time. So that's why I'm defending with Roberto and just healing with Liam there, is that if we are able just to strike and do enough damage with our physical attackers. And what's also nice is that poison does count. So he's defeated by poison, we only hit him with physical attacks, we didn't hit him with magic, and bam, hard shell. So if you're trying to hunt for hard shells with the Shalika quest, that is an option for you. I hope that is of use. And as I say, you can just use the shortcut, skip back to town relatively easily with that. And if you're looking for soft hides, like we kind of worked this out the last week, soft hides are from the moles and the tree rats. And as you know, if you defeat the wood flies with only magic, they drop the insect eyes as well. So when you're attacking, try and make sure that your magic caster is the one to hit the wood flies and kind of give attacks out to everything else. 69, nice. But yeah, this game is proving to be a bit of a slog, but as I say, it's all about equipping your party members. It's about, you know, getting them slowly leveled up, slowly grinding up, collecting the resources. Like, the fact that you don't just earn money passively through, like, you get gil and drops to sell for more gil, or, like, money to sell for more money. Like, that's what makes it difficult. And I should also, like, this floor is cursed. You, like, spend 2 seconds in the floor and you're ambushed. Ugh, but thankfully, Grace dodged and Helgar dodged, so not too bad. But yeah, the heals now, so I'm planning on hopefully upping my medic's healer skill more, because that kind of passively boosts healing, which is great. And when we come across the venom flies, of course we do. So again, hopefully if you can just single target one and then volt the other, you should be able to kill one and then you know, not suffer poison if they decided to poison you on turn one. But we were lucky, none of them tried to poison, which is great. And since we killed one of them with only magic, we get an insect eye as a guaranteed. But here we have our first foe. The music changes, and we're going to provoke to up Helgard's defense and, you know, hopefully have Helgard take more attacks. I'm just preempting the fact that Graves might be attacked, so I'm going to heal up Graves. He tries to scream at Faye. That doesn't work, but Graves immediately applying poison. Massive, massive boost there. A good strong hit Roberto for Volt. And now our front line is fully healed up, fully ready for the next round of combat. So let's front guard to up the defense there. And then we're just going to, again, Graves has all these abilities. Let's just... and the scream lands on Faye, causing confusion between she then attacks us, and oh, my medic doesn't have like status healing and stuff, and oh, so 46 damage with Volt there. But like, thankfully it was Faye that got that, because if he didn't, if Roberto was confused, like he wouldn't do Volt or anything, but we'd just be missing out on so much. Oh, so much damage. And now his head's been bound, so I don't believe he's able to scream again. But as you can see, he takes literally no damage from physical attacks at all. So we're just going to defend, and we're going to just try and shackle. But now I'm out of TP. And there is like the medic tea that we got from at a reward. And now we're on to our last Volt. And now Faye is unconscious. Well, dead, but you know. But now he's been nearly completely bound. Doing 51, 3, 11. And then I'm like, oh my god, he's in the red. Okay, we can do this. We just need to literally survive a few rounds. And if we had one more Volt, we would have just been, like, we would have been sorted. And then I'm dead. We're getting 3 damage. We're getting 3 more damage. 5 damage, 11 damage of poison. And again, it's just, Roberto's dead. It's just the two front line now. And we managed to defeat the Rage Lope. And now that we've only 2 people in the party, they get all of that experience, nearly all to themselves. Graves goes from the one in like last place to now being top 2 in the party. We've gotten the Rage Lope into the diary. But right now, it is time for us to use what we unlocked in the a treasure chest in the previous Lost episode. We actually gained an Ariadne thread from a treasure chest, warping back to town straight after that situation with the Rage Lope. But we got a good amount of, sellables. So we've good mugwork there from our successful gathering. We've some hard wood and hard shells, and we're netting off at 175, which is absolutely not a bad thing. We've got some more stuff unlocked. But we need to just quickly revive our party. It's still only 30. Thanks be to God. That's still 90 from like all 3 of the party members being wounded. And now we're going to have to just... Oh yeah, and we kind of decided this in the last episode. We'll allow each team to have like a sleep or a rest or some sort of thing, because it was just proving too hard to kind of keep them, exploring and doing interesting things without being able to have a little rest in between, So now we have our chop and our different things sorted. And Gray's going to have to accept my apology. I didn't give him an ability up the last time, but now he has learned all the way to cuffs, and then the next whip level is going to get him all the way to ecstasy, which is going to be totally amazing. So we love that for our Dark Hunter there. And Hellguard as well. We're going to just keep giving her like defense 100%. So yeah, like front guard is useful, but like straight up just better defenses, can't go wrong. So no other skill points for anybody else as of yet, and it is back to the labyrinth we go. And it is a new dawn, it is a new day. Let's just skedaddle and get some more resources. And like, that's kind of, if I was cheesing the system a lot more, I would just make 5 survivalists, give all of them 3 points in chop, and then just, gather, and then rest for like 30 or less, ental to sleep, and then all your gathering skills are refreshed, and just continue on with that. But with those last couple of hardwoods sold and those hard shells we gathered from the angry crabs, we have completed her quest, and we can return now to the pub, which is where we get all of our different quests, and we can hand it in for a reward of a hand axe. Now, the only one that can use the hand axe is the Landsknecht, and that's Sean, but Sean is currently wanting to just master swords. So a hand axe is basically not really going to be used, just because we get better damage buffs and abilities to use sword skills from the swords, that we have. But now we get 300 gold or ental if we go find Pyroxene, which is a mining skill. We have to find a spot where we can mine, which is probably in like the 3rd or 2nd floor. So yeah, that's going to just take a while. But what I'm wondering is, and like you can leave a comment, guys, that would be great. Do you guys mind if I do some grinding off screen, and I maybe say to you guys, look, I've done level grinding and now we can just do some, you know, money grinding. Here's the stuff that we got, and now we're moving on to floor 3, floor whatever. Or is this little pilgrimage of just, you know, documenting the grind that this game is, the sort of, you know, achievement of we've made it to the floor 2, we've fought our first foe now. Yes, it's been nearly a like 5 or 6 episode journey just to go to the second floor and fight a foe, but like I felt so proud of myself that I was able to, like, you know, through the skin of our teeth win, you know. So just let me know if you are like, no, this is getting really boring and repetitive, just don't upload another episode until you're like in the next floor, you know. Just let me know what your thoughts are on that. But you see, now that we've beaten the foe, we can actually explore that part of the map that he's like always been like looping around, that we could never kind of get past. So we are going to now journey deeper into the woods, and as you can see, the spawn rate just goes crazy. We now have, like, while not the foe Antlerman, it is 100% you know, a still a pretty strong enemy that just one-shots graves. So, like, again, not to be trifled with or underestimated in any way, shape, or form right now. But listen, we've beaten the venom flies, but Roberto's poisoned, so we're gonna hopefully cure Roberto. But again, if we don't kill this thing in one turn, Roberto's going to pass away because he takes 25 damage and I heal over 25. But now, 666, curse number. But I kind of just go, do you know what? We're here now. I'm not turning back. With Graves' limp dead body over our shoulders, we just plow on to a dead end with no interactables. So, you know, that's always cool, I guess. Then I just look at the map being like, oh lord, it's going to be a trek now. And like this is just what spawns here. This is just what this area is. It's just, again, really good EXP. Like, I'm not going to like deny the EXP grind would be lovely here. Like, they are not exactly not giving us tons of EXP, you know? But thankfully, dodging all of these attempts at poisoning and, you know, attacks from the Fender and whatnot. One venom fly down. 2 venom flies down, question mark? No. Yeah, I think you just have to focus down the 2 things you can kill relatively quickly and then just put everything else into the Antlerman. But he one-shot, Roberto one-shots the Fender. I don't think we hit it before, but happy that it's gone now. And just lingering on 2 EXP, Roberto is going to be getting a level up very soon. But unfortunately, didn't get one there. And like, I'm even going like, why am I progressing further? Why am I going so far? This is insanity. Ariadne thread. I'm dipping out. But again, this is where you can kind of see the 2 different teams. Like, while we have a lot of overlap with them, both having a medic, both having a protector, it's like, again, so important to be equipping them with like better armors and better weapons. And I'm literally sitting there being like, Liam is still in Tweed. Like, we've not actually had the money and resources to like, because again, we got a level up for Graves and now it's 60 to revive him. Oh lord, it is just madness. And here we have 60, and we're maybe getting 40 there, so like all in all, we just barely get more than what we spent on the revival there. And that's really where I am just going to have to bite the bullet and just, you know, sell the ones that are too healers aren't using. And then, yeah, there's the big question of, do I just sell the hand axe and buy some armors for my other party members that'll like help them survive more? And we're gonna just actually heal with myself so Helgard doesn't die. And here is where I was like, do I increase cure? Because like we need cure to be level 3. And we need healer to also be level 3 to unlock salve level 1. And so I myself am just going to be like, right, salve level 1, 6 TP compared to 4 TP for a 1-person heal. You're only spending 2 more TP to heal the entire party. And especially when we're now fighting 3 and 4 enemies, like that can just target multiple people. And then you're like, oh, well now I have like 3 things getting hit, what do I do? And again, we just, every single level of chop and gathering skills we get could mean 60 to like 80 more money in our bank account, which is just direct, you know, correlation to us being able to, you know, get better equipment. And get better unlocks, because the more gathering stuff you get can actually unlock better medicines and better equipment later on as well. So like realistically, never having a gathering skill is just, you know, you're not going to get some of the best items in the game if you don't have a gathering skill. So Survivalist is just, personally I think, the best to spec into for that. So with another level of chop, we now have 6 uses. So 2 more for the day, and this is where I'm like, okay, let's just skedaddle back, use those 2 extra uses. And that's pretty much going through the episode. I think I do just want to get Roberto a level up and just keep leveling him up, or just to keep him, you know, with the rest of the party. But a quick jaunt back to Stulika's. We're gonna just sell our mudwork. So you see, 1 skill point, 40 more money to spend, you know. And again, if I spent the 30 or 40 it would take to rest for the day, we can then refresh our uses for the skills. And yeah, like again, if you would rather me just go off screen, rest for a bunch of days in between, get like a good amount of money, and just equip the party with a bunch of things, fill you in on what potentially was missed. Because again, I am really sorry about like messing up the recording the last day and losing kind of a day of footage. I should just save and use save intermittently and then check that, like, you know, they're working. It's just, it's happened too many times now that it's just frustrating that I haven't learned my lesson. But yeah, let me know if you guys don't mind, you know, necessarily seeing every single part of like this journey, because it is kind of getting a bit repetitive. Now, having said that, we've done missions, we've now fought a foe. Like, I think we're definitely seeing a massive, you know, development there. So it's not as if nothing's happened, you know? But like, would you like to tune in next time? And I'm like, yeah, we're all level 10 now. But like, here's what we did, here's what we leveled up, here's where we are now. Let's just push on, you know? Or do you want to just have, you know, because again, I'm very much that type of YouTuber where I will just stick a playlist on just be doing stuff in the background and just having that ambient noise and just liking to experience the entire, you know, journey at my leisure, you know? But just let me know in the comments what you guys think. Again, I'm kind of sitting here being like a bit similar to the medic. I'm like, okay, we have Volt up, we have Volt, the spell, and like to get Thunder, we need Volt at the very least to be level 3. And so at this point I'm like, right, just pump it all into level, pump all the points into Volt, and then put Volt up to level 5 so we can unlock the next one that then needs to have, you know, 5 levels to get the ultimate lightning skill. And that's really where Roberto is going, so no problem at all with that. Yeah, sorry, ignore me there. I kind of was going to check the other gathering point to make sure it was also Chop. It is also Chop, so that was just kind of cut out there. But that's basically going to be the episode, guys. Like, we're just going to rest in the inn. We're going to just, you know, sell off our last few bits. And then, yeah, like, our gang are like 6 and 7. The foe 100%. Like, gave such a boost to the party, like, it's actually unbelievable. So next episode, I 100% am putting Team 2 up against a foe. Like, that just has to happen now, because, you know, I imagine just Team 1 are going in and we're like, oh my god, we went to the 2nd floor, yes, it was scary, but like, we got all this amazing stuff, and like, we fought this thing, and it was pretty crazy. So I imagine other team are like, well, we're not going to be one-upped. We're definitely going to like pop off and just try and beat a foe. But until then, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're new. We are 100% going to 100% complete this game. And like that, with now 300 money in the bank, we can 100% get some nice goodies for our team. And until next time, just keep enjoying the content, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye bye!